Good evening everyone, it's time for another video. It's Sunday night, it's bank holiday in the UK tomorrow, so a lay-in the morning, which should be rather nice. So last week we did videos on Iron Maiden vinyl. We looked at a lot of Japanese stuff and some bootlegs, and today we're going to be carrying on that theme. So it's another Iron Maiden week. Once again, picture discs, bootlegs, all sorts of great stuff. Some of the new stuff I've got and some stuff which has been in my collection for quite a while. So to start us off, we've got the original 1982 pressing on EMI records, serial number EMCP, P for picture disc 3400, of Bruce Dickinson's first album when he joined Number of the Beast from 1982, produced by Martin Birch. Got a really nice sort of B-side close-up graphic of the Devil. This is a classic LP, this one. Needs no introduction. And this one, the original ones, there are bootleg copies of this. This is one of the originals, but these can get quite expensive. These can go for around about £35, so if you can find one below that, you've got a good price. But definitely one to try and get into your collection, if not just for the cool B-side graphic, which is excellent. Moving on from that, these are a couple of new bootlegs. This is Venom Aiden, recorded on 17th of August in Venom Aiden, all in Italy, in 2010. It's a single-sided 1LP bootleg. It isn't a complete show. This one's called Venom Aiden, obviously down to it being recorded in Venom Aiden. In terms of the sound quality, it's not so good on this one. It sounds like somebody's taped it off a dictaphone in their pocket, but for completists and bootleg collectors, it's certainly one to try and get in your collection. You can pick this up for around about £20. This one, incidentally, is a tribute to Ronnie James Dio. So there's that one. A few live shots on the back. And then what I also got very recently as well, which is I think done by the same company, is this one called Maidan Square, July the 12th 2010 at Madison Square Garden, live in New York City. This one's better sound quality, nice pictures on the back again, and quite a cool cover, that one. Once again, it's a single-sided 1LP bootleg. Obviously not, once again, not a complete show, but almost highlights of the gig. So that's another one which you can pick up for around about £20. Another bootleg, this is from Milwaukee, 26th of June '81. This is a Summerfest performance. This is a double red vinyl, sort of transparent red vinyl bootleg, called Summerfest. Now you can get this on, I believe, on white vinyl with a poster. But this is just the, it says pink vinyl on the front, but it's more red. If I show you that in the light, you can see it's quite red. It's almost an orangey red, that one. Sound quality on this one is really good, and it's certainly something which is worth picking up into your collection. It's got a lot of good photos on the back of the band in their early days, and obviously this one features the original vocalist Paul Di'Anno. So, as I say, this one cost me about £25. Can be picked up on places like eBay, or if you're in the UK and you'd like a copy, you can go on to Discovery, 2 words, records. So disc-covery records.co.uk, and they've got those 2 Maiden bootlegs, Maidan Square and Venom Aiden, as well as this, along with others which they do sell. So if you want to get those into your collection, a bit of a heads up where you can get them. This is a Spanish copy of Killers. You can tell that 'cause it's got the Spanish translation of Killers, Asesino. What you can notice about this record, probably not on film or on video, but when you have a look at it in person, is the actual printing quality isn't quite as good as other pressings. It's a little bit blurred, almost like it's been done in like a watercolour effect. But this is the Spanish pressing, quite hard to find. A nice variation. Comes in an anti-static sleeve as well, and something which isn't the most expensive LP to get into your collection, but something quite nice. So as I say, it's made in Madrid, this one, or should I say Barcelona. So this is Killers or Asesino from 1981, the last album, Paul Di'Anno. Very nice stuff. Okay, looking a little bit more into the future of the band. This is one which is quite hard to find cheaply now. This is Dance of Death. Now this one goes for around about £40 to £50 now. This is double limited edition picture disc and gatefold set. I'll show you the inserts. It's got the lyrics, pictures of the band, and obviously I'll show you one of them, I'll show you the records inside. There you go, so you've got that sort of woman effect there, the woman in the Venetian mask, and that there. So this one is a little bit harder to find nowadays, this one. And in fact I think I've already spoke about this one on the first video, now I come to mention it. So I think what we'll do is we'll skip over that one and we'll look at some stuff which we haven't talked about. But I definitely have done that one. Okay, this is A Matter of Life and Death. Now this one, a lot of people say with picture discs that the sound quality sometimes is a little bit scratchy, and that's definitely something. There was a problem, I think, with the pressing on this album, and there are times in certain songs where the volume drops and it just doesn't sound that good on vinyl, this one. Dance of Death sounds brilliant, The Final Frontiers does as well, but this one sort of suffered in the pressing area, I feel. I'll show you the inside though. Gatefold, lyrics and pictures of the band, and of course you've got the inner sleeves with the band. You've got the records, picture of the band on the one side, and then you've got the Eddie cross part logo on the other side. Good album, this one. Reincarnation of Benjamin Breed, which was the single, was one of the strongest tracks. There's a lot of long songs on it, which I think took many people quite a long time to get into. But it's definitely a grower. It's a little bit like a lot of later day Maiden stuff. It's not the most immediate stuff to hear, so you can't really get into it a lot on the first maybe one or two listens, but if you bear with it and give it a little bit of time to breathe and sort of bed in with you, it certainly makes a lot more sense, and the songs sort of improve if you give these albums a chance. So that's in immaculate condition, that one. Should be able to pick that one up for about 25 quid. Now I got two copies of this one very recently. This is Out on the Silent Planet from 2000, I think, this one. This is the 12-inch picture disc single, B-side, couple of live tracks from the Ed Hunter tour of '99, Wasted Years and Aces High. So what you have is you have the picture disc inside, that's the back print there, and obviously there's like a insert sheet with the same picture on there. So this one is mint. I got two. They cost me about £10 each, and a record store in Worthing, had bought a box of about 250 of these, so they're all in sequence. This is number 13,123. I believe my other one's 13,120. So something nice to get in your collection. Usually go for about £15 each. And the last two I want to show you today are the same, but they are also different. This is Made in Japan. This was the 4-track EP which was issued in a number of different countries, and they were all a little bit different. So this is the French one. You can tell that because of the French titling there, and also Pathé Marconi, which signifies a French pressing. So the inner sleeve has got the French text on it. And lastly but not least, we have obviously the French EMI label on the actual record. In good condition, this one. Quite tricky to find. These French pressings don't always crop up, so you're only going to get these really at record fairs or on eBay or through the sort of collectors network, but I think you can expect to pay in the region of about 15 to 20 quid for this one in good condition, which this one is. It's got a sticker on the back, a couple of stickers on the back. Looks like this one was 29 francs 90 centimes new. So there you go. There's that one. Now I've got the same album, but this is the Japanese edition, made in Japan. EMS 41004 is the category number. The real shame with this one is it hasn't got the Obi marking on it, but it does have obviously the Japanese anti-static sleeve, and also, as all Jap pressings do, they have the insert sheet with the lyrics in both Japanese and English, and a little bit about the tour in which this was recorded on. So there you go, just a few more records which have recently come into my possession, a few which I've had for a while. My Maiden collection. Next week we're going to do some more. I think next week we're going to do a number of 7-inch singles as opposed to bootlegs perhaps, so hopefully you'll want to have a check out of those next week, but in the meantime, let the metal flow, and see you all soon.